I give my speech, could I get everyone to smile real quick? Alright. Please excuse me if I seem a little tired. I was doing the naked bike ride last night, so... I want to thank the class of 2014 for trusting me to speak on their behalf. It's a bold move, and in a few minutes we'll know whether it was worth it or not. Alright, no, it is an honor to be up here. I've always wanted to speak ever since we, voted on it. I was like, yo, vote for me. But so LEAP, as most of us know, is not like other schools. 4 years ago was the day that most of us first came through the doors of LEAP, and it was also the first day that almost any of us had met each other. That first day was similar to what I imagine it would be like to wake up one day in a giant box with people you've never met before. I've never actually had that experience. At first it was really uncomfortable, kind of, because everyone was just coming out of middle school, and let's face it, no one wants to talk about middle school, because that was a dark time for all of us. High school was a lot different back then, you know? We had ELO, and public speaking was a lot harder. It was in Miss Hefferina's math class where I made my first friend. That person's name was Miss Hefferina. But by the end of freshman year, we were really just anxious to not be the babies of the school anymore. Sophomore year rolls around, and now we're feeling a little better, you know? We're no longer the babies, there's people younger than us there. We started doing those advisory leadership days, you guys remember those? Where we would really just kind of have class bonding sessions and hang around the school, watch movies, and eat snacks during intercession. Sophomore year was also the year we gained a very special faculty member, and that very special faculty member is Mr. Joe Ferguson. The only person in the school that can stand to talk bikes with me. Mr. Joe, I remember when you first started, and all of the students would give you a hard time for being a vegan that bikes everywhere. Little to my knowledge that I would end up the exact same. Sophomore year was also the year we welcomed Mr. Casey Baker. Mr. Casey, I'd like to say this now, that I apologize for ever having questioned your motives to wear Crocs to school, because let's face it, they're awesome. No, but both of you, I loved having you guys as teachers, and I just thank you for that and stuff. I skipped over the part where it said that on accident in my papers, but let's go. Alright, sophomore year was also, I said that part. Junior year, we hit the half point of school. It is in this tragically wonderful year that we lose the fantastic, inspiring Mr. Woodley. But we say hello to the equally inspired, equally hardworking Mr. Carl. Mr. Carl has done wonders for this school. I actually had him as a teacher when I was a sophomore, and seeing him transition from a teacher to now the most hardworking principal that I've ever had has been a gift that LEAP has given me, and I am ever grateful for that. Junior year, we said farewell to Mrs. Kim, a wonderful teacher who is doing wonderful, I think, in David Douglas or something. Not LEAP, that's all that matters. But we also said hello to Mr. Cameron sitting right here. Mr. Cameron, I want to thank you for turning down the offer to play baseball with the Kansas City Royals for a position here to teach health at LEAP. You're doing a wonderful job. Junior year was definitely a big one for all of us, but before we know it, senior year has already arrived, and we're wondering, man, where the heck did high school go? All of a sudden, those couches that were down by the lockers, kind of in the back of the school, they're gone. Half of the teachers we knew and loved from freshman year have been replaced by these weird, awesome, these incredible people. With senior year came about the addition of two very important new teachers. Mr. Sean Maley. If I didn't have you as a teacher this last semester, I probably would have done a lot of slacking and earning C's. So I want to thank you for making me want to perform at the highest level possible for me in all of my classes. So I thank you for that. Even though you turned down my suggestion when I tried to tell you how to make a better breakfast for you. Mr. Jamie. Mr. Jamie. Even considering how often you would quote lines from from movies, still your most commonly used phrase, take out a half sheet of paper, has been seared into my brain and is not going anywhere. But aside from that, I'm really going to miss your class and your cucumber sandwiches. High school has been a lot of hard work for everyone in this room. On us as students, on our parents, on our teachers, and especially Mr. Carl. No one said it was going to be easy. Finally, our 4 years are up and we're getting ready to leave our box. I want to make sure my advisor, Miss Jessica, gets some acknowledgement. On behalf of your entire advisory, we thank you for pushing us for all 4 years so that we can be at this point on graduation together. And I know that I would not have the confidence to be up here if it weren't for you. And I certainly wouldn't be who I am today. To my parents, you guys made the first real step towards getting me here by bringing me into the world and giving me life. But even after that, you supported every decision I made. And you secretly made me want to go to LEAP, so that was really awesome of you guys. My sister Penelope, who just got in from Massachusetts last night, that is a hard-working individual. I want to thank you for setting the bar high as the oldest and making me want to do as best as I could in my allotted time in high school. To my brother Vic, I lost my place. I should have had this memorized, I'm sorry. You taught me a lot while being my little brother about not only what it's like to have someone that's exactly the same as you, but also what it's like to be a mentor to someone. And I really appreciate that, so shout out to you, he's over there.
I love you.
I used to always think to myself that when I'm older and someone asks me where I graduated from high school, I'm going to have to say, oh, I graduated from LEAP, without anyone really knowing where LEAP is or what LEAP is. But no, that's not the case. The truth is, 10 years down the line, when we're asked where we graduated from, we get to say that we graduated from Leadership and Entrepreneurship Public Charter High School. I will be proud to say that I graduated alongside the incredible individuals from LEAP that I see here today. This world is in need of change makers that LEAP creates. We will need brave individuals such as Billy and Colby that are willing to fight for our country. We will need creative minds. We will need creative minds changing the world through art, the likes of which I see in Ashley, Ethan, and Riley. We will need journalists, historians, and educators like Zoe, Genevieve, and Micah. Aiden tells me that she will break grounds in the fashion industry. There will be leaders in the fields of science and technology. I see those leaders in Jacob Quillen, Cody Blackwood, and Sean Flanagan. There will be doctors and veterinarians like Miss Daja Wilson, Miss Chantel Woods, and Mrs. Brittany Piazza, breaking barriers in the field of medicine. Finally, we will need members of our society, like our class president, Mr. Christian Meneses Zarita, and our very own Brianna Kinsey, and Mr. Junior Escalera, working with the law to create an equal and just world for everyone. world to new heights. Until then, however, we stand atop the very first plateau of life that will lead only to even bigger plateaus. As Ferris Bueller famously said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. So take many pictures and write great things in your journals about today, for this moment must be cherished. And to the class of 2014, I leave you with 2 words which I have cleverly morphed into 1. Congratulations.
That's the move.